Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Raya and the Last Dragon figures, very recently released in 2022. I'm really impressed with these guys because these are the biggest figures as far as the cartoon or Disney movie heroes that we have usually seen from Bullyland. I mean, take a look at the size of the dragon or Tuk Tuk, and let's have the comparison right here with this guy, which is White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. As you can see, he is the size of his tail of Dragon Sisu, so you can understand the big difference. Or next to the Tuk Tuk, as you can see how small this figure is. So I haven't seen. This is probably the biggest Bullyland figures as far as the cartoon movie heroes goes, and these two scale actually really good with Raya, and Raya also scales really good with other Bullyland figures from cartoon line. Of course, these two are supposed to be that big, and I'm really glad that actually Bullyland take the next step to make that big figures to be more movie accurate, according to next to Raya. So let's waste no time and have a closer look to them. First, let's start with this guy right here, Tuk Tuk. The size that I have him right here, it was supposed to be the size that she had him when she was young in the movie, and later on it became that huge, So underneath you can see the Bullyland symbol, Bully Disneyland hand painted. You can see they have painted actually and the toes underneath, which I really appreciated a lot. You can see the belly underneath and his mouth, the eyes have been painted perfectly, looking like this, so you can have him next to Raya looking at her. It's an amazing job, man. Awesome paint job. Look how nicely painted this one is. You can see tons of details right here, on the shell that this thing has. I don't know exactly what this thing's supposed to be. Probably like an armadillo, giant armadillo, something like that. I'm not that sure. But yeah, you can see the spikes right here have been painted perfectly, and you can see how this from this purple goes to this brownish and then to this lighter brownish coloration on the shell of his back, which is really cool, which is amazing. And I also appreciate the fact that they have painted and his eyebrows, the nose is very nice, the mouth, you can see tons of details on it, and on his face, on his hair right here. Fantastic, really an amazing piece, guys, and it's also the size of my hand, so really impressed with this one. And next, let's have a closer look to Raya. Let's remove the Bullyland label from her toes. So here she is, and as you can see, they give her this nice sword that her father used to have, who was becoming some sort of whip or something. Here you can see this symbol with Sisu that they used to have, really cool, and they have painted it very nice. I also appreciate the coloration on the sword that they give to her, and it looks really, I'm really impressed with the details on this right here. You can see the outfit right here, this thing that she wears on her bicep, the belt, you can see all these different colors on the feet, on the trousers that he wears. The boots have been painted perfectly, and here is a Bullyland symbol, of course. The hair, you can see a very nice braid right here on the behind part. I also like the fact that they made the hair look like this, covering her eyes when you see it like here. But underneath you can see how nicely they have painted and sculpted her face. Wonderful figure, guys, and it has a lot of details right here on her hand, on accessories. You can actually use this figure and for other purposes if you want to get it as a piece and use it somewhere else with some samurais and stuff like that, and make her their leader. She will also work perfectly, if I could say. Really impressed with this one right here. Very nice Raya figure. Like I said, it covers her eyes. You can see her hat is a little bit down right here, which is amazing, and has this nice pose. Amazing figure to make her out, to be her face like that on the shadow, so you don't see the eyes. really nice. And she can actually stand pretty well, as you can see. And next, let's have a look on Sisu. Let's remove the label. Alright, so here we are. And this is an amazing piece. Look at the size of this figure. Unbelievable. They said that this figure is 23 centimeters in length, and we can actually see it. Let's check it out. And it's also 23 centimeters in length, just like they said it is. That's a very nice dragon from Bullyland, and the face have been painted perfectly, I would say. You can see she is just like in the movie. They have painted the nails of the feet and of the behind feet, of course. You can see the Bullyland symbol underneath right here. An amazing long dragon. You can see a nice tail. You can see all these different paint job and details right here that they have sculpted on her body, and this actually a different coloration than the entire body. You can see her body is blue, but these are a lighter variation of blue. You can see also this from blue how it goes to this greenish, I would say, coloration, and then it becomes purple. And in the tail you can see a lot of different paint job, mix of colors, given this very nicely looking figure. Unbelievable, fantastic figure. I'm really impressed with Bullyland so far with this figure. I mean, they really nailed it with this one. And you can see the face and the eyes. The eyes look really cool, and the mouth. I would suggest you to take care of the eyes because you don't want to scratch them or anything and lose their paint. So take care of them. The eyebrows looks really cool. The horn, like here this design that they have painted it, of course, this purple hair that the dragon used to have. Sisu, a female dragon. Really nice. These are basically the main characters of the movie, but there were more. Maybe Bullyland will decide to release and some other characters of this line, but I'm not that sure. You have these are the basic ones, and you have them. So this was, guys, the Bullyland, Raya, and the Last Dragon figures. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and they helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.